Hi everybody, this is Hema again with my channel for TWC 422, my social media class. This week I've been working on my video for my upcoming assignment for my audio and visual project. It's coming along. I'm doing a little bit better. I've played with the program a little bit more, so I'm getting more used to how it works. I think I just have to fix the formats in which the videos are recorded, and get them uploaded to that program, to the video editor I have, and then try to make it flow. I think that's the issue. I'm not sure yet, but I'm working on it. So this week, for this week's discussion in my class for my connection to the world, I was asked that it says, this week we are learning about podcasting. Podcasting used to be a niche medium podcasting is used to be a niche medium, but is growing into many new fields. Is your field one of those core niches, an expansion area, or an area that does not have much podcast work yet? What could you use podcast for? Did you find a podcast in your field? Okay, so let me just start off by saying, as you all know, I am doing real estate. That's what my main focus is for this class. That's what I had chosen from the beginning. Podcasting is huge in real estate. I did some research before coming on to my video about real estate and podcasting. Just did a quick search on Google, and I found a lot of podcasts for real estate. Before I even get into the podcasting with real estate, I just want to tell you guys that I'm going to try to shorten my videos so they're not so long. I got comments back from my professor saying that they were kind of long, so I'm going to start shortening them a little bit, or at least try. So the first thing it says, is your field one of those core niches, an expansion area, or an area that does not have much podcast work yet? Like I said, it has a huge amount of, a ton of videos, a ton of podcasts, out there. The second question says, what could you use podcasts for? I think they're informational. I think they provide feedback, tips, experiences, things like that they cover in these podcasts for real estate agents or for anybody in the real estate business or industry. And yeah, they're just informational. They provide tips. I'll get into it more right now. The last question is, did you find any podcasts in your field? I had said before. Yes. So I did a quick search here on Google. Here, let me start with the first one. I found, it was Boomtown. It says, I don't know if you can see it. I don't know if it's clear enough for you to see it. Probably not. But it's boomtown.com. It says 10 top 10 real estate podcasts with links to our favorite episodes. So it's an ongoing channel for these podcast authors, or whatever you want to call them, that they do these. The first thing that this page starts off by saying is, need some inspiration between appointments? The real estate podcast will change your day for better. Jump onto our favorite episodes. So like I said, these are like motivational tips, talks, things like that help out real estate people, or not real estate people, but people that are in the real estate industry. The first one that I found that I liked was the Kevin and Fred's Next Level Agents podcast. It says, want honest advice from some of the real estate industry best. Kevin Kaufman and Fred Weaver have decades of experience behind the belts, and they've decided to put up their knowledge and snackable audio lessons. So they're like they have a lot of experience in the industry. They've done a whole bunch of years in the industry with a lot of experience. So they're out there. They have their podcast, so they, provide tips, inform you of what is the real estate business, how you can better yourself, how to get more involved. And yeah, that's the first one I saw. The second one is pretty common, the Harvard Business Review. I'm pretty sure we've all heard of this one. It says that this podcast is the real deal for anyone who manages a team of one or hundreds. It is not real estate specific, but its shared principles and business acumen are the books, no matter your industry. The holistic education in management, marketing, economics, the Harvard Business Review. So I guess this isn't towards real estate, it's just business in general. I thought it was, but it's not. I've read a lot of their articles in my other classes that the Harvard Business Review has done, and of course they're a very, very reliable source. And yeah, they're not specific towards real estate, but they also do podcasts. The second one is Hack the Entrepreneur, starting your own real estate business. So this one's more on tips on how to even start the real estate business. It says sit down and listen up. Another non-real estate specific, but knock it out of the park. Hack the Entrepreneur by John Nestor. So John Nestor is the one doing this one, and it's, tips on how to start your own business, on how to start your own real estate business. It gets specific into the details of what actually goes on when you start in the real estate business, tips and things like that. The second one I see here is the Gary V audio. It's the same thing, just like tips and informational things, motivational talks. And there's a whole bunch. I mean, I can go on until number 10. But there's a whole bunch of them on here. Bigger Pockets podcast, Caravan Confessions. Those are like real life stories. And yeah, coaching, real estate coaching radio. This is an actual radio that Julie and Tim do. They talk about, the future, specific advice, how to plan ahead, things like that. And yeah, like I said, there's a whole bunch of podcasts where they relate it back to specifically real estate, how to plan in the future. If you're trying to start in the business, if you're trying to get involved in the real estate industry, they talk about motivational talks, coaching, things like that. Let me move on to the other one. The other one says fitsmallbusiness.com. I don't know how reliable this source is, but it was on Google. And I saw that there were a lot of podcasts for real estate. It says 15 insightful real estate podcasts for top producers. So let's see what they have. Again, the Bigger Pockets podcast, Joshua and Kevin. That was on the other website, so I'm pretty sure this is a really popular one. The Kevin Ward, Yes Talk, that was on the other one. So I'm pretty sure these are all popular ones. I didn't see the GSD mode by Joshua, but Inspiration talks about business. The real estate podcast will push you in the right direction, so it gives you tips and things like that. I'm pretty sure that all these podcasts are just informational things on different things that occur in the real estate business that you're not aware of, that just give you that insight of how to prepare for them ahead of time before even running into the whole mess, or how to even solve the problem. I think that's what it is. And if you're in the problem, they coach you, they motivate you. And yeah, I can go on forever with these. There's a Julie Harris and Tim coaching radio. It says, specifically for agents and brokers that focus on skills, training advice, and industry news, presents interviews with industry professionals. For example, a recent podcast series of theirs focused on what more seasoned agents wish they had done differently earlier in their career. So this is for like upcoming new career real estate agents that they barely start. This is for them if they're looking for training advice, new skills, how to present themselves in interviews, and practical and useful real estate podcasts that agents can apply in their business. So just useful and practical tips is pretty much what these podcasts consist of. And yeah, like I said, we can keep going on all night. There's a whole bunch of them out there that I'm pretty sure are good. I mean, I couldn't, specifically tell you, go look at this one because I have no experience yet in the real estate industry. I'm interested in it. I just haven't, been in it. Like, I'm not a real estate agent or anything. I look at all these podcasts and it's like, I can't even tell you which one's the reliable source one. But I'm pretty sure all of them are good. I mean, I'm pretty sure will say things that are all kind of similar to the other ones. I wouldn't know which one I wouldn't even know how to tell you to watch out for non-reliable sources because I'm not too experienced in this. But, yeah, as far as podcasts, I think they're all, tips and practical and useful ideas of how to even start a business, things that you have to plan ahead in the future, new upcoming real estate agents, tips and tricks and things like that, what you should have done, what they explain what they should have done in their early on career so that you don't make the mistake. So telling you what to watch out for. They talk about real life experiences, real life stories, which I think you can get a lot out of. And yeah, pretty much podcasts are just informational, honestly. There are podcasts in real estate, a lot of them, so they are used in the real estate field or industry. Yeah, that's pretty much it. I mean, I did a pretty simple Google search on real estate podcast, and a whole bunch popped up. So I'm pretty sure that if you guys get it on Google, start searching that up and just start experiencing what's out there and seeing what you like and what you don't like. And, test it out and see if it works, and if it doesn't, we'll just move on. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. Covered podcast. We'll see what the next discussion is for the following week. But for this week, that's it. I'll continue working on my audio and visual project to keep you guys updated. And we'll see how that goes. Alright, that is it for this week. See you guys next week. Stay tuned for my next channel. Not next channel, next video, I'm sorry.